He started the game, so already a little bit of a change-up for Buffalo, going with 2 tight ends tonight.
Here's Deontay Hardy, who started the play in the backfield, and the former Saint, who used to go by Deontay Harris. Throw behind Diggs. It's 4th down. Ball coming out quick. DJ Reed in coverage. Gets it. Breaks it. Out of bounds near the 40. Protection breaks down and time runs out. Down goes Rodgers, and the sack for Leonard Floyd. Allen steps through trouble. Makes a move and gets the 1st down.
That's one you tell your grandkids about.
Here's Cook. 1st down, Buffalo. 2nd down and 4. Pass is caught by Diggs to the 30. Allen in trouble, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers got him. 3rd down and 15. Allen. Pass is caught by Harris, and Damian Harris is short of 1st down yardage, brought down by Mosley. And Bass knocks it through. Blitz coming from the Bills. Wilson hangs in and finds his man. Lazard, 1st down Jets, and a good throw from Wilson. Here he is again, and getting through and making the stop is Milano.
Boy, Dalvin Cook had no chance.
3rd down and 9. Wilson out to his right, is tripped up and sacked. Jordan Phillips got him. Allen looking left, is going to launch. Hardy downfield, overthrown, it's picked. Intercepted by Whitehead. Handoff is to Hall. There goes Brees. Running out of gas and brought down inside the 15 by Benford. Wilson throws it away and ends up on his back. Milano with pressure. Chip shot for Zuerlein as he knocks it through from 26.
Congratulations, Chris Jones. I know he just got his new contract. Quentin Williams got one this offseason as well.
Here's Diggs. Tackle is missed, and Diggs is going to pick up a 1st down. 3rd down and 2. It wasn't there to the right for Allen, and off to the left he goes. He will get it with his legs.
And not turning that one loose.
Toss to Cook. And a nice run, picked up 10 plus.
And yet they're able to still play the run.
Play action from Allen. Good protection, and the pass caught by Gabe Davis. Perfect throw, and Davis down near the 10. They want to throw. Allen flips, caught, touchdown Diggs. First touchdown of the night. It's Stephon Diggs. Toss to Cook. Good blocking, got the edge, and a 1st down.
But in order for him to get on the field, as you said, with Dwayne Brown at left tackle, he had to move to the right side.
Here's one picked. Over the middle and intercepted. That's Milano. And Matt Milano is going to draw a flag as he got in the face of Zach Wilson. We'll go back and revisit that interception by Wilson. Here's Cook. He gets out. And James Cook tiptoeing down the sideline, but a flag is thrown.
Just not quite enough air.
Third down now. Allen takes off, gets away from the tackle. Can't hear. And that'll bring up fourth down. Quincy Williams couldn't bring him down. A gain of 7.
Here after just 4 plays has been deflating to everybody involved.
34-yard try, and it's good from Tyler Bass, who's 2 for 2 tonight. Third down and 10. Just get it away before the play clock expired, and the pass is a fastball for a strike to Garrett Wilson, who has been quiet, a gain of 12. Aaron Rodgers goes down after his 4th snap of the night. Wilson gets it to Hall. And Brees is going to spin his way to the 35.
This offensive line allowing the pass rush to get up the field. And then Brees Hall finding the crease.
Here's Cook over the right side behind Becton. He gets... Wilson's in trouble. And just able to get rid of it. Flag flies. Good snap, good hold, good kick.
But you got to take the ball away, and that's what this game's going to require tonight.
2nd and 11. Allen is able to complete it. Just able to get it away, and the pass caught by Dawson Knox.
Pass rush getting the ball out quick and a nice game.
2nd down and 1. Cook going sideways. First down. Forced out by Reed. Allen gets rid of it down the middle. It is picked again by Whitehead. The touchback brings it out to the 20, and we'll see if Wilson can get anything going with his arm. Look left, sets up a screen for Cook, and Dalvin Cook with a full head of steam to the 35.
Really thinking you're going to be playing, you're always prepared, but
under pressure here underneath. Flag flies as Carter makes the catch. And he is short of first down yardage. Keep an eye on 47, Bryce Huff. So good coming off the edge. Quick throw. Pass is caught. Cook won't get it. He is popped by Quincy Williams. What a game for 56. Better ending to this great story of a remarkable young man. Here's Hall doing all he can, breaking tackles. And got about 9 yards over the left side. White couldn't bring him down. Zach Wilson under pressure and gets smashed at the 31.
It gives Zach Wilson somewhere to go with the football.
Here is Cook. He's been really busy and looked outstanding tonight for the Bills.
And it's
blitz from Williams. This is tossed out to the edge. And we'll see where they put it down. Latavius Murray. Pass is picked again. Guess who? Number 3 for number 3. What a night for Jordan Whitehead. Longest completion tonight, 22 yards to Lazard. Wilson wide open is Lazard. First down Jets, and he picks his way down inside the 30. Third down, quick setup, quick throw, and the pass is caught for the first down. There he is, Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, wow! What a catch! Touchdown, Jets! That kid's amazing.
There is no way he
amazing.
Caught that. Right hand out there, and then concentrate and reel it in is incredible.
Allen lost the snap. Ball comes out. it's recovered by the Jets. The call is fumble. Jets ball. Cook. Very close with the official running in. Doesn't look like he picked it up according to that yellow line. Wilson gets it. As conservative as it can be. The carry by Michael Carter, their third down back, a gain of 6. Zuerlein gets it. Second down and 3.
Coming off the edge.
Blitz. Allen completes to Gabe Davis. Allen fires and he finds Stefon Diggs for the first down. Far cry from where they were in Buffalo at the end of that loss to Cincinnati. In the playoffs, and there he is again. But a flag on the play, and it's going to be against Diggs for pushing off on Sauce Gardner.
Pass interference, number 14. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Pressure off the edge from Adams. Pass is complete. Diggs inside the 45. Diggs on Reed at the bottom, and that's where Allen goes. Sideline incomplete. Jets do have a timeout. They don't take it. Bass hits the upright. It's good. Third down and 12. Allen slides. Pass incomplete. Reed in coverage. Diggs the target. Fourth down. Sam Martin corrals the snap. It's a short punt. Gibson on the return. Near side. I don't see any flags. Gibson inside the 30. Hits the Jets. And he's gonna go! Jets win it! Touchdown! Rookie Xavier Gibson. Game over. Well, he made some moves with Chaz Surratt out in front of him delivering the key block. Martin couldn't bring him down.